Hi, my name is David and I'm gonna talk about maximums and minimums. From this graph is from interval -5 and interval 6. We need to find the smallest number, which is the minimum, and the biggest number, which is the maximum. The smallest number of a y value will be 1, and the biggest number will be 6. So this one is the minimum, and this one is the maximum. Let's consider this graph then. The maximum will be this one, and the minimum will be this one. The maximum will be -2, and the minimum will be 2. If you can notice, the maximum has a slope of 0, and the minimum has another slope of 0. The other ones has a slope which is not 0, either increases or decreases. Meaning, if the slope is 0, that means that the derivative of the graph will have 0. Let's take, for example, this equation. How can we figure out the minimums and the maximums? As we say, if the slope is 0, we can take the derivative and find for 0. So first of all, we take the derivative of x cubed plus 15x squared plus 12x plus 20. That will be 3x squared plus 30x plus 12. Now we solve for 0. And we solve for 0. In this graph, we have here equals to 0. We factor it out. That's equal to 3x plus 2 times x plus 6. We solve for it. For 0, we separate them, so we know which one is 0. That will be equal to -2/3 and -6. And this is the value of x when derivative of f of x is equal to 0. This values is the critical point. When you're trying to find the 0, you're trying to find the maximums and the minimums and the critical point. Now, we get these two numbers and we find the number from the left side. The number from a left side of -6 will be 7, and a number from the right side from -6 will be -5. In the case of -2/3, -5 will be his left, a number that will be to the left, and a number that will be to the right will be 0. Now we plug up, we put these numbers back to the equation, not to the original equation, but to the derivative equation. Here, I put -7, -5 in here, and 0. The answer will be 19, -13, and 12. That means that 19 is a positive number, -13 is a negative number, and 12 is a positive number. That means that from the left side of -6 is positive. From the negative side, from the right side, it will be negative. In -2/3, from the negative side, from the left side will be negative. From the right side will be positive. That means that -6 is actually a maximum, and -2/3 is a minimum. Maximums are positive from left, positive, and right, negative. And minimums are from negative, left, and positive, right. Now, knowing this, we can solve another equation. From this equation here. This is not a graph of f of x, but a graph from a derivative of f of x. We're trying to figure out the critical points. The critical point is when f of x is equal to 0. Here, when f of x is equal to 0, that will be here at this point, -4, -2, 2, and 4. Oh yeah, damn it. Here, from the left side, -4 is negative. from the right side it's still negative. In here, -2 from the left side is negative. From the right side is positive. Here, from 2, left side is positive. And right side is also positive. But for 4, the left side is positive and the left side is negative. Knowing that minimums are from negative to positive, and maximums are from positive to negative, then the minimum will be this one. Yeah, because it's negative and positive. Negative from the left side and positive to the right side. And the maximum will be this one, because it's positive from the left side and negative from the left side. You have to consider this a lot, because from the practice test and the test that we took, this question appeared. It tells you which one is the maximum, which one is the minimum. You can find out that this one is the minimum and this one is the max, just because it comes from left and positive.